Just gonna wait for some people to show up. Just gonna wait for some people to show up. Just gonna wait for some people to show up. You know what I did today? You guys probably know I got 35,000 subscribers to this page. And I received a message from Facebook about a year ago that this page is at risk of being unpublished. Why? Because they found, or their algorithm or the machine that they were running found some posts from years ago, a number of posts, that they deemed going against community standards or guidelines or whatever they have, whatever Soviet nonsense they devised. So they decided to dig those old things up and use it against me. And now what I'm trying to do actually is I'm trying to get rid of that designation, get rid of that red letter, scarlet letter that they put on me. My friend Ephraim says that, Tzvi, you're basically like those Jews that don't want to leave Mitzrayim. What's Mitzrayim? Shmeisbook. You're like those Jews that are in America who don't want to go to greener pastures because you don't know how you're gonna, you don't have as many subscribers, whatever it is. And I guess he's right. But it doesn't hurt to try to at least, get something going on this page. Because listen, I worked very hard. Just like those Jews worked very hard to build everything they built in the diaspora in America. Yeah, I see 6 people showed up, 7. That's cool. That's good. So, yeah, guys. So, trying to do that. To be honest with you, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I really have no idea. I just know that I can't wait for Purim. And it just seems like the closer and closer and closer we get to Purim, the more these, what do they call them? You know what, I'll just speak openly. The more these World Economic Forum global young leaders will clamp down on the people. Guys, I'm going to post on YouTube, and I want to see what happens. I actually really want to see what happens. Because I see other people posting the same things, saying the same things I'm saying, and it seems to me like either those guys are controlled opposition, or there's like a bounty on my digital head. So let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a try. Okay? So, the more these guys clamp down on this stuff in Canada, they don't realize it, that the more trouble they're getting in with Hashem, and with us as well, this is what they have to do. This is what evil has to do. It has to double down, triple down, quadruple down. It doesn't even have a choice. There's no turning back now, right? You see other governments are basically backing away now because, there's either elections or there's just, they understand that the people are, there's going to be a problem. But these guys, Haman's sons, or I guess you could say Nimrod's minions, are not backing down. Canada, the lady in New Zealand, also Australia, the guy in France, they're not backing down, guys. They are not going to back down. Also this guy, this wooden character here. Excuse me. Even though he's not the guy running stuff. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, so they're not going to back down. I mean, I guess, again, in America, it's more like we have different states, different cities, and elections coming up, and then they have to do what they have to do, right? Or not do what they don't have to do. Or not do what they have to do. Not do. You know what I mean. But these guys are going to continue going. And What they don't realize is that they're going to cause a situation where they're basically going to let, the cat, when the cat comes out of the bag, right? They're going to suffer the most out of all those guys. I mean, all those guys are gonna have their reckoning, right? All those guys are gonna get their day, so to speak, in court. And rest assured, guys, we're gonna make a kangaroo court out of them. It's just gonna be like a show trial because they will have been guilty. We know that they're guilty. All we're doing is giving them, so to speak, due process, but that's all it is. It's just a process, right? Some of those people are going to get prison time. Some of those people are going to get... it's interesting. These people are banking on the fact that humanity, the Western world, has lost its taste for, I guess you can call it physical vengeance. And I guess for the most part we have, but, it might just get so egregious. The irony here, guys, is that the people that took this stuff are, for the most part, at least in America, at least in Western countries, are leftist. Right? For the most part. At least those, 33%, right? So you got those 33% who are leftists, who claim actually not to be violent or anything like that, who, as we've seen, have the most taste for violence and blood and riots and, accusing others of what they're complicit of, accusing others of insurrections when they caused one, right? So those people are actually when they find out that they took garbage, those are going to be the people who are going to call for the heads of the people that gave them the garbage. And then you're going to have the other 33, what's called just the go along, get along people, who are going to be like, half of those are going to call for the heads. Guys, so there's going to be a critical mass of people, essentially. I would say, roughly, 50% of the people are going to call for the heads of these guys. And I guess that's a critical mass. That's really going to be a critical mass. And we may just see a Purim situation. We may just see it, guys. We got about another month of this. I wanted to say, there's been a lot of talk. I don't know if you guys know. Not that I'm super necessarily into this, but there is something to it. There is something to it. A lot of talk in the astrological circles about the return of Pluto, the planet Pluto, which moves very, very, very slowly. And they say that the last time that Pluto did what's called entering Capricorn was basically 248 years ago, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in 1776, or is it 246 years ago? Do the math. Can't do the math right now. Bekitzer, the last time we had this was in July 1776, and now we're entering this whole Pluto return thing on February 22nd. Today's what, the 18th? February 22nd, 2022. And what does that mean, guys? That means that, and it's interesting because this week's Parsha was the Parsha of the Golden Calf. And that's also when we got the second tablets from Moshe Rabbeinu. Which means that we're going to have a renewal or some revamping or reconstitution of a covenant or countries, societies, Western society, the world is going to have a reconstitution of covenants, original covenants that they made, whether it's constitutions or spiritual, understandings, covenants, what have you. My friends, we need this. We need this, and it's going to happen. And when we do that, when society wakes up and does that, society will also realize that it's made a big, big mistake. Zrat Hashem. And, hopefully, guys, to be honest with you, I really hope it doesn't It doesn't have to get violent, but to be honest with you, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm looking at what's going on in Canada today. Not just today, this past few weeks. And they sent out these guys. They don't even look like cops to me. They look like some, mercenaries that somebody hired. Or maybe like, even if they are cops, they gave them like, I don't know, some like mind control drugs. And they're just, people are like, listen, man, you ain't got to follow the orders. Like, what are you doing? And these guys are just like, they see that people don't have guns. They see that people are basically peacefully protesting, standing there, and these guys they don't care. My friends, this is Haman. This is Haman. Haman demands absolute fealty. He demands fealty. He is pure evil. And he thinks that what he's doing is good. He thinks that what he's doing is good for society, for the world. This is what he thinks. And he doesn't realize that. And actually, Haman, the way that he works is that he, even when it's shown to him that what he's doing is not good, he's just going to keep going because he can't stop. At some point, you can't stop. Hitler couldn't stop, right? His generals told him, "You're fighting a war on two fronts." You guys have seen the movie Downfall. He just kept going. He just kept going because you have to keep going. You got to keep the illusion going, guys. It's a cult, and the cult leaders got to keep going. That's how cults operate. But what happens is they keep going and keep going and keep going until the whole thing, as I mentioned before, guys, the whole Ponzi scheme that they've built collapses. And when it collapses, my friends, oh my goodness, what did Al Pacino's character say? When the bow breaks, the cradle will fall, and it has fallen here at Bear. Make us a man. Yeah, make us a world global leaders, young global leaders. Mr. Klaus Schwab, Mr. Gates, be careful what kind of leaders you produce in here at the World Economic Forum. I don't care who you are, who know. William Gates, William Tell. These trucker souls, they're intact. They have what's called integrity. All right, that's enough of my sense of woman. Anyway, guys, Adar Bet is coming. Right now we're in Aleph. Bet is on its way. Bet stands for Bereshis, the beginning. Something new. I guess if you want to use the word Genesis, I like to use the word Bereshis, Bereshit. And Zat Hashem, it's going to be good. All right, guys, Shabbat Shalom.